Why do we spend 14 years at school, kindergarten, junior, middle school, high school, learning things that will be of no value that you can look up on the internet? You know, my daughter had to learn the capitals of all the states and the names of the rivers in Canada going from left to right or west to east or whatever. Why? You can look that up. And anyone who learned those things, if you ask them now, they probably don't remember. And what consequence? But they didn't teach our kids how to balance a checkbook. You know, in fact, checks aren't used that much, but how to balance a bank account or how to figure out how much you've got there or how to make a transaction. The things that I think would be really useful, they don't teach. Because I think what's going on is in school, we're taught skills that you can use in a job to swap time for money.
Yo, I agree with him. Listen, man, it's your boy Papa Duck. Like, comment, and subscribe. And please hit the share button on all these videos because I need all the help I can get. Don't forget to go to ubuntuapparel.com. The link gonna be in the description of this video, along with some books and stuff that I recommend that y'all go get if you ain't got it. But like I say, man, that's how y'all can help me with this journey. And also, if you're on YouTube, just go to the store. Go to the store, man. Grab your sweaters. We got mugs. We got shirts. We got it all. You know what I'm saying? So just go grab you something. And like I say, man, I just want to say thank you in advance. Listen, y'all know I've been saying this for a long time. I always teach about schools because school is the introduction to this reality, right? School is the very first thing that conditions your perception. And it is very critical that we do something about that, all right? And I agree with them 100%. You know what I'm saying? A lot of stuff we've learned in school, I'm sure y'all have too. Y'all ain't never used that shit no more. Yeah, read, write, learn how to count, maybe socialize. Yeah, but even though in school, a lot of students and a lot of people pick up a lot of bad habits also. Like I say, college is one of the things where these children go get wild. That's when they, you know, some of y'all might say, yeah, they need that, yeah, but they go get wild. When I say wild, they get wild. You get what I'm saying? And school don't teach you shit outside of how to be a slave. That's it. That is it. I'm going to say it a million times. School don't teach us nothing. All it does is teach you how to obey. Right? It teaches you how to not have an opinion, right? It punishes you for mistakes when you should be embracing mistakes because that's what the true knowledge is at. L ain't for losing, it's for learning. Remember that, okay? You're not gonna, the first time you rode a bicycle, you ain't just accomplished that or succeeded in that. You had to fall and bust your ass a couple times. So school, it punishes you when you make mistakes. All right. Now, another thing about schools is what I don't like is a lot of these teachers, some of them are real teachers. Double salute to the real teachers. What, right? There are some real teachers that understand that the curriculums that they are getting paid or forced to teach these children is just setting them up. That's all it's doing, setting them up for failure. And a lot of them will try to speak, come forward, but you know how the board is. Just imagine you standing in front of that board to a fucking podium and they just up there looking at you crazy, fixing they papers, ain't paying you no attention. These people ain't crazy. They're not dumb. They're not deaf. They're not blind. They're just carrying out orders. This is why I say we as communities, as people, fuck them schools. It does nothing, absolutely nothing for us, okay? This is why I say, bro, once you've been through school, right, and you have children, bro, we cannot have this. Like, at the same time, understand why this shit is set up the way it's set up. This is why they keep us busy. This is why they keep us at work. And this is how they get the opportunity to have our children damn no more than we have them. And they get a chance to indoctrinate them. All right? That was the whole women's movement. I told y'all that. That's the women's liberation movement. They trick the women, make them think that they are just as equal as men. And now that women think they're equal as men, not all, but you know how I say, how I go. But now that women saying that they're equal as men, that they want to work and they want to vote, now there's no one to see the child or to supervise the child because the father's at work, the mother's at work, and that's how pre-K was created. Now they got our children at an earlier age to indoctrinate them even quicker and more longer. They even trying to extend school from 12 years to they was trying to say 14 to 16 years. That's fucking stupid. It don't take you 12 years to learn a motherfucking thing, but we are conditioned to think that shit, bro. I mean, bro, that's why I say this is a setup, bro. And I'm glad he said that. I'm glad cause we need to have that conversation, right? And the thing is this, right? all this, oh, I don't want to go 50-50. I don't want to do this. Man, let me tell y'all something, bro. You are at a disadvantage when you try to do everything by yourself. This is why the children suffer. This is why families suffer. If I knew then what I know now, right, I would be with someone, my significant other. We will have a understanding, right, that I will go do this, I'm gonna go do that, I'm gonna bring home the bacon, but we don't have to live in this big ass house. We don't. We just need what we need, right? And our children, I want you to stay home, and I know you're gonna have have the best love for them, right? Understanding for them, patience for them. Not no teacher, you feel me? Not no institution, you feel me? So it was correctly, it was correct. It was correct, right? And we need to correct it back, where the mama stayed home with the children, right? And the men went out, right? And the men went and made money for the household. But society done fucked that up. And if you think about what I'm saying, it makes a lot of sense. It's just the representation of a woman in America is hoes. Let's just keep it real. Big booties, big titties. Just keep it real. Party girls, people that, women that just want to party. That's the ideal representation of what we see when we look at TV. I mean, everything. So it teaches us that there's no more caring women, because the caring women where they at? We don't see them, and that's by design. There's no more loving mothers. Like, we don't see that, and that's by design. Society is going to show you the opposite so that it can take advantage of you. So what I'm saying is if you really want to be with somebody and say, listen, I don't want my child to go through that bullshit, then you will be more susceptible of getting with a man with the same understanding. He's going to go out. He's going to bring home the bacon. But we can't go out with one income and try to live in a 6-7 bedroom house. You want a BMW. You want red bottoms. You want this. So all these things has threw a monkey wrench into the family's primary or original function, right? Because families today ain't families like it was in the 50s, the 40s, damn sure not the 30s, right? So you have to understand, dog, if a man get with a woman, I would rather say, if you don't want to do the 50-50 thing, cool. But we have to come up with something that can compensate for the finances that we are bringing in. Therefore, you can stay home with the children, which I would love, right? I want you to be able to stand over them, nourish them, be patient with them. Do what you do. Do what God put you here to do. Let man do what God put him here to do, which is provide. But you got to have that understanding, because the world will tell you if your man ain't making this kind of money, he ain't shit. The world will tell you if your woman don't have these curves or have these titties or this, your woman ain't shit, right? And you must understand who's running the show. The very people that's running the show, they don't do these things. The very people that's running the show, they don't eat the food we eat. They eat kosher food. The people that's running the show, they do not put their families out in that light, right? So you must understand that we are being targeted in ways that we don't understand. And I'm putting you on game. I'm telling you right now, man, this shit got to change. Because like you say, school don't teach you shit, bro. And these are just some of the things that has to go. If you want the world to change, you got to get rid of school. School is a 12-step brainwash camp. Remember that. A 12-step brainwash camp. Nothing's going to change. And the crazy part is, most of the smartest classmates I have, the smart ones, the motherfuckers ain't doing shit. That's why they say A and B students end up working for C students. That's true. A lot of the so-called spoiled students, or my classmate that was spoiled, bro, they end up want to be in the streets. They want to rob. They want to do the bad guy shit. Because the world says if you're not a bad guy, then you ain't shit. You got to be a tough guy. Look at all the reality TV when it comes to black folks, nigga. Everybody on that bitch mean mugging. Everybody got a unit. Everybody, it's just so much aggression. And women, y'all must understand, this is why us as men, this is why we go through so much shit. Because that's the type of pressure that is portrayed upon us through the world. You see what I'm saying? If you ain't a tough guy, you don't stand up for me, you ain't this. You can't be a thinking man these days, right? Because a thinking man or an intelligent man, just like a smart woman and an intelligent woman, ain't nobody checking for us. Ain't nobody looking for people who use this. It won't crash out people, crash out children. You know what I'm saying? Everything is demonic driven, and that's why. And I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna let y'all go. For a long time when I was younger, I always thought that why is it that it seems like the devils always win? The devil is always on top. The devil's always having fun. I always thought that. You know what I'm saying? Because if good was what we wanted to be and was looking towards being, why ain't nobody good? Right? Everything's corrupt. Everything is upside down and backwards, man. Everything is fucked up. Why? Because the world is driven by demonic people. Listen, man, it's your boy Papa Duck. I love y'all. Put your comments on the bottom of this video, man. You feel me? Say what you got to say, man. We all read the comments, man. And I just want to say, man, thanks to everybody that hit that share button. Hit the share button because sharing is caring and it is free. All right? It is free. All right? So please, man, like I tell you all the time, man, it's all love. This is a community. We are here to learn from each other. And in order for you to be found, you must first be lost. Point blank, period. I get with y'all on the next one. All right? Yeah.